Hi everyone, this is AJ. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another review. Now I'm going to be reviewing episode 4 of the new Star Trek TV series Prodigy. So let's talk about it. Okay, so this is episode 4 of Star Trek Prodigy, the animated Star Trek TV series. This episode was titled Terra Firma. Terra being spelled T-E-R-R-O-R, as in terror. Yeah, so this is the second part of a two-part story, following on directly on from last week's episode where we found the crew trapped on this living planet that wanted to consume them, that had the ability to let them see what they wanted to see to try and keep them into staying. So as this episode opens, obviously the USS Protostar has crash landed. We find Gwyn is injured and the crew are blaming her for the fact that they are stranded now on this planet. They get in contact with the ship via Janeway, and Janeway sends them a beacon to follow to get them back to the vessel. While she's there, the vessel is being attacked by these vines, and she engages certain systems to clear the vines off, this sort of thing. So this episode brings all the group of people and characters together again, unlike in the last episode where they were separated, and they go on this journey to try and get to the ship. Now, as they're trying to get to the ship, the planet keeps terraforming and moving itself around them, so they're getting disorientated and getting lost, and they don't know which way they're going. Nighttime falls and it starts getting cold and it starts raining acid rain. So they take refuge in an abandoned Klingon vessel, which obviously the occupants of that had fallen prey to the planet itself. While there, the friendship between Gwyn and Dal grows. We come to learn that Dal doesn't know what species of alien he is, so I'm sure this is something that will come into play further down the season, and we'll find out. While looking at the stars, they come to realise that the stars are fixed points, so they can use the stars to navigate their direction to the ship, because all the time the planet's shifting around them, the stars aren't going to move. So thusly, they head off on their journey. The Diviner and the Dreadnought, the robot with him that's much like General Grievous, they arrive at the planet and come down and confront, the Dreadnought confronts them, and they all run to get away from him. While this happens, Gwyn is attacked by said vines, and the Diviner is stood there between her and the USS Protostar, and he has to make a decision between his daughter or the ship that he so badly wants. We don't know the reason yet as to why he wants this ship. Obviously this is a mystery that's been going through since episode 1. He ultimately chooses the ship over her. The ship system tells Janeway that some people are approaching, so she opens up the entrance for the people to come on, which I thought was a bit odd, because I'm thinking she must have scanned who it was and this sort of thing. But when it opens, it's Dal and the rest of the crew coming on board minus Gwyn. And there's been a little of a turnaround, and what the Diviner's actually seeing is what the planet's made him see, which is you see what you want to see. To be honest, that you know, I thought that was good writing. I'd totally forgotten about that aspect of it, and I really thought it stood in front of the ship. So thumbs up to him to that, or thumbs down to me just not getting it, whichever way you want to go. Obviously they decide to rescue Gwyn and off they head. Obviously the Diviner and the Dreadnought manage to get off the planet, and they give chase in their vessel, and they come to learn that the Protostar is draining, the Protostar that's on board the vessel, the gravimetric Protostar system is draining a lot of power in its containment. And they realise that the Protostar isn't just the name of the ship, but they've actually got a Protostar on board, a baby star, which is being used in the ship's propulsion system. So they utilise this to propel the ship faster than I suppose what any other starship is able to go, because it's using the power of this star, and thusly they managed to get away. Now, interestingly, during this scene, it's actually Gwyn who sat in the captain's chair of the vessel. She's obviously chosen her side now because of what happened between her and her father. Obviously her father wasn't really choosing the ship because it wasn't the ship, but he made that choice thinking it was the ship. So her decision is to now stay with this crew and work with them, because she's the one who asks the ship to operate that system to fling them away. So yeah, and thusly now what I perceive to happen is that this crew will go on their journeys, and the diviner and that will take a bit more of a back seat for a few episodes, I suppose. This is me speculating, until they catch up with them further down the line. So we'll get to see some other sort of growth with these characters whilst away from being chased. Apologies. So yeah, so I really enjoyed this episode. It had a lot to offer. Like I said, the animation is great, aside from the fact it is primarily made for children with these characters. The storyline, not so much. The storyline is more adult orientated, but you've got these sort of characters that have an appeal to children sat within. But you know, I thought this was really good. I really enjoyed it. Thumbs up from me. You know, it flowed well, it didn't bore, anything like this. It was quite interesting, and it's left me wanting to see where this series is going to go. And yeah, so props to it. All very good. Anyway, this is AJ. Thank you for watching. Please consider hitting the subscribe button if you like the content. I will be reviewing this weekly, as well as Star Trek Discovery, which I did review this morning, the first episode of season 4. You can find that on my channel page. Yeah, so that's it. Thanks for watching. Leave me a comment and I will get back to you. Take care, everyone. This is AJ. See you later. Goodbye.